The Cleverness of Anansi and the Pot of Stories. In the time before men knew stories, before children laughed at folk tales by the fire, the world was quiet. The sky belonged to Nyame, the sky god, who held all the world's stories in a clay pot. None could tell a tale without Nyame's permission, and none dared ask him for a single one. But in a small village by the shadow of tall palms lived Anansi the spider, small, clever, always hungry for tricks and fame. He was tired of silence. He wanted to be the one who owned the stories, the one everyone would talk about for generations. "Great Nyame, why do you keep all the stories for yourself? Give them to me that I may share them with the people," Anansi said, boastfully. "Anansi, you are small, weak, foolish. What can you offer me in exchange?" Nyame boomed. "Name your price, sky god, and I shall pay it." Anansi replied, his voice full of boastful confidence. Nyame laughed until the clouds shook. "Very well, little spider. Bring me 4 things. Onini the python, Osebo the leopard, Momoboro the hornets, and Mamwacha the fairy. Do this, and the pot of stories shall be yours," Nyame declared, his voice booming. The gods roared with laughter. How could such a small spider capture such mighty beings? But Anansi only smiled, for he had something stronger than claws or teeth. He had cunning. Anansi went to the river, where Onini the great python slept, coiled around the reeds. "My wife does not believe you are as long as this stick, Onini. She says you are shorter," Anansi said. The python hissed, insulted. "I am longer, foolish spider. I will prove it," Onini replied, insulted. He stretched himself out against the stick, but each time he wriggled, Anansi tied him with rope, pretending it was only to measure properly. Soon, the python was bound from head to tail. Anansi laughed, slung him over his back, and carried him to Nyame. Next, Anansi dug a deep hole on Osebo the leopard's path. He covered it with leaves, waiting. When Osebo fell in, roaring, Anansi pretended to help. "Oh, mighty leopard, let me pull you out, but I'm too small. I must tie you to this branch to lift you," Anansi said. Osebo agreed, but once tied, he could not move. Anansi dragged him to Nyame. The gods chuckled, but now they leaned forward. Could this spider truly succeed? The hornets, Momoboro, buzzed angrily around their nest. Anansi filled a calabash with water and poured it over himself as rain fell. He cried out, "Oh, friends, the sky is breaking. Quick, hide in my gourd, safe and dry," Anansi called. The hornets believed him. They swarmed inside. Swiftly, Anansi sealed it shut and carried them off to Nyame. The gods murmured now. 3 caught, only 1 left. For Moatia, the invisible fairy, Anansi prepared a doll from gum and sap, sticky as honey. He placed it beneath a tree and covered it with mashed yam. Soon, the fairy appeared, invisible but hungry. She took a piece of yam and murmured thanks. The doll stayed silent. Insulted, the fairy slapped the doll's cheek, and her hand stuck fast. She slapped again with the other hand. Stuck, kicked with both feet, stuck. Laughing, Anansi captured her easily and carried her to Nyame. The sky god looked down in wonder. 4 mighty tasks completed by a tiny spider. The gods who once mocked him now bowed their heads. Nyame handed him the clay pot filled with stories. "Anansi, from this day forth, you are the keeper of tales. You shall be called Kwaku Anansi, the one who delivers wisdom, laughter, and warning through stories," Nyame proclaimed, his voice booming. And so Anansi carried the pot of stories to the people. He cracked it open, and tales poured out like rivers. Trickster tales, tales of wisdom, of foolishness, of animals and men. They spread across Africa, across the seas, into every land where fires burn and children gather. And so, children of the earth, when you hear a folk tale, whether of a lion's pride, a tortoise's patience, or a spider's clever trick, remember it was Anansi who gave it to you. Not by strength, not by beauty, not by laughter, but by cunning, patience, and boldness. This is why, even today, the spider spins her web with pride, for every strand is a story, and every story is her gift to the world.